Hello, Steady Eddie here. It's Sunday, the 6th of October, 2024, and I'm coming to the end of almost 5 months being tied to hospitals. 6 weeks in a Thai hospital, 6 weeks in a uh, English hospital, 10 days in a care home, a couple of weeks waiting around for my radiotherapy to begin. I'm coming to the end of my radiotherapy now. I've got three more sessions. They cancelled one of them this week, so I actually finish on Wednesday. A power cut it was. Um, so on Wednesday, I will have completed, everything I've got to complete. I've also got a date for my next hospital appointment, which is at the end of January. So I've basically got about 3.5 months free of hospitals, which I never thought I'd have. I mean, when you're waking up in a hospital bed every day, you kind of get used to it. So that's it. Now, uh, you know, enough of that. The question is, how do I travel vlog with this condition after being told that I have a terminal illness? With difficulty is the first answer to that. I'm not. There's no way that I can make. You go back on the videos of this. What is it, 6,500 or something like that? The videos that I've made on this channel, and you see me walking around along beaches, walking up steps to temples. You can see all that. I'm not going to be doing videos like that anymore. Not that I think it'll harm my channel because my biggest videos on this channel are me sitting in a chair talking. They tend to be the ones that have got the mega views. So basically, what kind of videos am I likely to make in the future? I'm going to a European city next week. Unless there's more power cuts and my radiotherapy gets delayed more. But I'm going to a European city next week, so I'm testing the water because it's not very far away, and that's you've got to walk before you can run, and I can't walk properly. So you've got to walk. I mean, there's no way when I'm going to be bouncing around doing live streams as I've done before, and with walkabout video. I can't walk. I can't walk. I struggle to walk. I've got to be realistic about that. And being realistic is, uh, so what it's all about. I can't do videos where I take my camera into bars and lively bars in places like Pattaya and film loads of people because people are hostile to that anyway. But I'm in no position to get into altercations with people like you've seen other YouTubers do. So, what kind of travel vlogs is on the menu for this channel? Bearing in mind, it's got 53,000 subscribers, almost 17 million views on this channel, and it's been around for 7 years. Well, I'll be doing sitting around videos. But like I just said, some of my biggest, most of my biggest videos are ones where I sit in the chair talking. That seems to be the formula that works best for me. I don't know why. I mean, Dracula's Castle in Romania, I thought was a good video, but that a minority views. I sit in the chair and talk about a subject that you all want to know about, and I've been known to get millions of views. Uh, so about cameras. Now, cameras. I let me tell you, I decided to treat myself. I planned to treat myself to the most to the holy grail of iPhones out there, cameras, which was the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. and was excited because I don't treat myself that often to luxury goods. I've never bought an item of jewelry in my life. I walk around scruffy mainly, but I thought for my return to vlogging, I thought I'll get the iPhone 16 Pro Max, a 512 gigabyte. So I was excited about that because I've seen so many videos about it. I've never had an iPhone before. So I made up my mind. I'm not going to, no contract because I've heard, I'm not going to do contract because I've heard when people go abroad and have the phone stolen, some nasty people run up thousands of pounds worth of bills, and it causes you have to pay for that. So I'm not gonna do that. Also, a a 1.5 grand phone, and that's what you'll be paying for it with the extra add-ons. Um, a 1.5 grand mobile phone, thieves can spot that from a mile away. These thieves are clued in on what phones that they're going to get money for. So I don't, I wouldn't feel comfortable walking around with a £1,500 phone on a selfie stick. So, but I was going to buy it outright, but I realised that there's a delay for that of months, of weeks and months before they're sold out. I mean, so I haven't got weeks or months to hang around. So that was a bit of a blow. I looked into the iPhone 15 Pro. I read into it, and I thought, what's the point? What's the point? I mean, apparently, I've heard many comments saying that if you never had an iPhone, it takes a bit of getting used to it. You know, so rubbish to that. That was off the menu. It floated me for a while, but I opted for the devil you know. Now, the last few years, I've been using an Oppo Reno 4. And now it came up on it was a new phone. It was out straight out of the box. It wasn't renewed, but it was a couple of years out of date then. I've used that, and looking through some of my videos, I've filmed many videos with that phone, and it's good. It's a bit worn out now. It's a bit worn out. The sound is a bit worn out. As anything gets worn out. But I've well and truly, for the £399, I think it was, that I spent on that one, on the Oppo Reno 4, I think I've well and truly had my money's worth out of that. So, the devil, I thought, well, Oppo's, it's a phone that it doesn't take getting used to for me. So I scanned the internet, and I purchased the Oppo Reno 11F 5G at a bargain price of 255 quid. That's no, that's good, and it's a 6.7 inch display. It's a big phone. I looked at the reviews. Apparently, it's not perfect, but that's that, I was I couldn't resist it. I'd feel far more confident going into a city with a £255 phone than it would with one that cost me 1,500. I mean, where I live, it's dodgy as hell. You go into town and some skank wants to use your phone to do a drugs deal. Hey mate, can I borrow your phone? I need to phone my auntie. That's what they do where I live here. Enough of that. So I purchased but I've got I've got a new number for it. It's a EA. I put an old EE SIM card in there, and that's accepted it. So I'll keep you posted about that. What that's all about. I haven't used it yet, but Oppo Reno 11F 5G, £255 from Amazon, and it gets good reviews. They say it's good. So I'll be taking that wherever I go. and I'll be making some videos with that camera. Another camera that I've got. Now my GoPro, I've used my GoPro in the past. And that's worn out. I may as well throw that one away. It's overheated. It's packs in and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I've worn through that. I've made many videos with the GoPro, but I won't be doing that again. But a camera which I bought before the pandemic, which I've hardly used really. I bought the old vlogger's favourite, the Canon G7X. That's Mark II, I think it was, or I think it was the Mark II. I think it was the Canon G7X Mark II. That's the a pocket, pocket, phone. But that is a highly rated phone. Now, years later, there's some YouTubers who continued with that phone, and it was like anything, like my GoPro. It wears out on my Oppo, my first Oppo. It gets worn out at a time because that's what happens. But the Canon G7X, I bought that before the pandemic, which means that when the pandemic came along, I didn't use it. So that's hardly being used. It's an old phone, but it's hardly being used. So I'm going to bring that back to life, and I will shoot videos. I mean, that was so highly rated at one time. I think all the vloggers. And a few years back, used that one, or most of them, including that guy who had about 1 million subs, who used to go around filming where he shouldn't have been, Bangkok, whatever his name was. Okay, okay. So the two cameras that I'll be using for vlogging will be the Canon G7X and the new Oppo Reno 11F 5G. I'm going to be using those two. Now, there's things that what can I do in my condition where I can't move well. I can't move well, and what kind of videos will I make? Well, I won't be making raunchy videos. I think we all know by now. You can't go filming girls and expect YouTube to approve of it. I mean, YouTube just doesn't approve of scantily clad girls. That's it. So there's none of that. There won't be any of that in my videos. Um, whether I'm going to a European city next week. That's to test the water. I'll be doing it, but I've got 3.5 months off hospital, free of hospital. So I'm going to be, whether I make it out to Southeast Asia in that time, I'll walk before I can. I'll see how this trip to Europe goes. How this trip to Europe goes. I can't predict anything right now. You must understand that I can't predict anything. But what I'll be doing. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe your suggestions. What kind of video should I make? But I'll be doing reports. I've actually got a video lined up about the city that I'm going to, and I've used all the footage really of Canva, which I've paid for. I've paid for Canva, and well, but I'll be adding it's more like a commentary video, but I'll be adding my opinions about the city because I've been there many times, and my opinions about this, that, and the other, and so that's coming out, soon. So that's one way of making videos. But I think I'll be doing live streams from places. On my other channel, Steady Eddie Live, which has now got 5,000 subs, and a healthy audience there. But those are the two cameras that I'm going to be using when I'm up travel vlog. I won't be doing walk around videos because I can't walk very far. And so but my sit down videos, I don't know. You suggest to me, if you were in my position, what kind of videos should I attempt to make? One of my surprise hits, and it's in my top 20 videos. It got over 100,000 views. Is a interview with the owner of High Rollers in Soy Chaipu, Pattaya, and that's got over 100,000. Um, I done a sequel to that, a follow up video, which didn't get so many views, but I think that's because it had the word football in the title. But that video of High Rollers in Pattaya. That's got over 100,000 views. So I think more interviews with bar owners and people like that. I don't want to shoot anyway. I don't want to put anyone who film it who doesn't want to be there. I want to shoot with people's permission. Because if I uh, you make some suggestions. What kind of videos should I make? But as for the places I'm going, this is one time that I can't make any predictions. You must understand that. But anyway, in a week's time, I'll be on my travels. I'm coming to the end of 5 months of being tied to hospitals. It's been a long slog. It's been a long slog. 5 months. 5 months of hospital treatment that I'm not used to. I'm not used to being in hospitals, for 5 minutes, for 5 months. 5 months of being. I've got three more radiotherapy sessions to go, uh, and that's it. And I've received my next appointment for an MRI scan, and that's at the end of January. So, 3.5 months at least to do much. Uh, See what happens. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, I'll sign off now, and I'll be back. I'll show you the new phone when I get it up and running. Perhaps in the next video. So, have a good day anyway. Thanks everyone for watching.